Learn to answer next-gen NCLEX cases from expert test masters only here at GRA.
Okay, so we are done in the labor progression. No? We have already read this. So our next update would be here in the delivery case. So at 2200, approximately 1 hour of pushing, the client delivered a healthy baby boy. Immediate skin-to-skin contact was facilitated. APGAR of 7 out of 10 was noted. Cord clamping done after pulsation. I have a question. The APGAR, is that okay? 7 out of 10? Is that APGAR okay? Yes. No? Yes, that is okay. Rarely would you see an APGAR of 9 or 10 out of 10. No, that is quite rare. 7 out of 10 is okay. APGAR is acquired during 1 minute after delivery and another after 5 minutes or during the physical assessment of the baby. Okay? At 22:15, there was, number 1, a sudden gush of blood at the vaginal opening. Number 2, ovoid shape of the abdomen changed from globular appearance. Ovoid shape of the abdomen changed to globular appearance. Placental delivery imminent. Number 3, the nurse performs a McRoberts maneuver to deliver the placenta. Placenta delivered without complication. Number 4, examining the placenta revealed a rough, bloody appearance. Number 5, the cotyledons of the placenta are observed at 18. So there was 18 cotyledons. Number 6, the umbilical cord displays 2 arteries and 1 vein. Okay. The nurse assesses the 22:15 entry and begins to report to the primary healthcare provider. Select the following highlighted findings that requires follow-up. Okay. So if we are going to find findings that require follow-up, syempre, we are looking for findings that are abnormal. Something that could be potentially life-threatening. Okay. Sudden gush of blood at the vaginal opening noted. Is this a something abnormal? Is it an immediate concern? Itong number 1 natin. Is this an immediate concern? No, because that is a sign of placental delivery. Ovoid shape abdomen changes to globular appearance. Is that an immediate concern? No, that is another sign of placental delivery. Number 3, the nurse performs a McRoberts maneuver to deliver the placenta. Is that an immediate concern? The answer here is yes. Diba? Because the McRoberts maneuver is performed for what condition? As we have stated earlier, shoulder dystocia. Okay? For placental delivery, what is the maneuver performed? We have stated earlier, it's your Brandt-Andrews. Diba? Brandt-Andrews is for placental delivery. So, baliktad. Okay? So, number 3 is an immediate concern because this is not the appropriate maneuver. Okay, placental delivered without complication. Number 4, examining the placenta reveals a rough, bloody appearance. Is that a concern? If the placenta is rough and bloody. That is not a concern. Because what the nurse is seeing is, what do you call that? If the placenta is rough, bloody. Now, what type of placental delivery is that? Duncan. Very good. Diba? Duncan dirty. No, Duncan dirty. That's the maternal side of the delivery of the placenta. So that's not a problem. Okay? The cotyledons of the placenta are observed at 18. So you counted 18. Is that a concern? Yes, that is a concern because the normal cotyledons would be 20 to 25. Okay? The umbilical cord displays 2 arteries, 1 vein. Is that a concern? 2 arteries and 1 vein? That is not a concern because that's how it's supposed to be. AVA, correct, AVA. 2 arteries, 1 vein. So the answer here is 3 and 5. 3 and 5 are your immediate concern or the ones that requires follow-up. Okay? Okay. So at 20 to 30, the HCP notified on placental cotyledon count. Assisted on dilation and curettage, maternal vital signs are within normal limits. Now we are at the recovery phase. Now client is at the recovery phase. Okay. Ayan. The informed nurse recognized that the client is in the recovery phase. Okay. The suitable intervention is as follows. For each category mentioned, choose the correct intervention required for the recovery phase. Note, each category has only one corresponding answer. Okay, so we have only one answer per category. So for physical assessment, number 1, monitor vital signs every 4 hours. Is this correct in the recovery phase? Monitor the vital signs every 4 hours. Q4 ba ang monitoring for the recovery phase? The answer is no, no? So what did we learn in the recovery phase? What is the monitoring? Because knowing that our patient has high chance of complications, the monitoring should be every the monitoring should be every 15 minutes. Very good. It should be every 15 minutes. Remember, there are 4 things that you need to do in the 4th phase of labor. No? You monitor the vital signs 4 times in 1 hour. That means every 15 minutes you have to monitor. Kasi emergency monitoring siya. Okay? Next, report to the physician if the urine output is greater than 30 ml per hour. Is that correct? Would you report that? No, because that is normal. So mali pa rin. Okay? Notify the HCP if the skin is pale, cool, and clammy. This one is correct. No? Because of bleeding. Diba? That is a common complication of during the recovery phase. Okay, sige. Uterine assessment tayo. Catheterize boggy fundus. Is that correct? Do we catheterize a boggy fundus? If it's soft, you have to. If the fundus is soft, you massage. Very good. So this one is incorrect. Okay? Massage a displaced fundus. Is that correct? If it's displaced, that's also wrong. If the fundus is displaced, what do? We catheterize. No? So this one is actually interchange. No? Remember, if the fundus is soft and baggy, you have to massage until contracted. If the fundus is displaced, no, if it is on the right side or the left side, it means that the bladder is full. And because the bladder is full, you catheterize the patient. Okay, you apply straight catheterization. So assess for uterine tone every 15 minutes. Is this correct? That is correct. So wala nang iba. So this is the correct answer. Okay? Next tayo, perineal pad. Report when the perineal pad is saturated within 30 minutes. 13 minutes, sorry. This is correct. No? Notify excessive bleeding on the perineal pad if it is 95 saturated in less than 15 minutes. Is that correct? This one is incorrect. Remember, diba? We only report if it is 100% saturated. Not 95, not 98, not 99. 100% dapat. Okay? Call the HCP if the perineal pad is 100% fully saturated in 1 hour or less. Is that correct? 1 hour. This one is also incorrect because we check for bleeding, diba? The perineal pad. Now, what's the frequency of assessment for checking the perineal pad? It is every 15 minutes pa rin. Kasi emergency monitoring. Okay? So we only report if the perineal pad is saturated 100%. If it is saturated within less than 15 minutes. So that's why number 1 is correct. Okay. Positioning. Place the patient in left side lying position to increase blood flow to the placenta. Is that correct? Is that correct? Why is it incorrect? Why is that incorrect? Why is it wrong? No, why is number 1 wrong? Anong reasoning? Very good. We are already at the recovery phase. No? Does that mean, do we still have a placenta for this patient? The placenta is out. No? It's written there, di ba? We have already delivered the placenta. Asa na yun siya? Okay, placenta delivered without a complication. So, there is no more placenta. So why do we need to increase the blood flow to the placenta? Diba? So you were tricked because you were not listening. Okay, you're not reading. Okay, so read carefully. Okay, next. Roll the patient over and check the bleeding underneath the patient. This one is correct. Okay, perform range of motion exercises on the extremities every 15 minutes. Is this what we do during the recovery phase? Is this what we do? No, no. We do not perform range of motion exercises. Instead, we roll the patient over because what's the reason why we roll the patient over in the recovery phase? Very good, no? For bleeding assessment. Because sometimes blood would not pool on the perineal pad. It might pull on the lower back of the patient and we would not notice. So that's why we roll the patient over every 15 minutes, Q15 pa rin, to determine if there is bleeding that is hidden in the patient's lower back. Okay? So, very good. You got the correct answer. Let's continue.
Follow us for more of this and learn with confidence only at GRA.